How and when did you know you wanted to be an artist?
I met my best friend the first day of kindergarten when we were 5, and she already knew she was going to be an artist. And she's the person who let me know that this was something I could be. And once I knew that, I knew I wanted to be an artist.
Why did you move from Washington, D.C. to California?
We both went to college in the East, different colleges, and we didn't like them. And so as juniors, we had both been to California with our families on a vacation, and we decided that was the place for us. So we came to Cal as juniors in fine art.
And what year was that?
1962. It was a very weird and sexist place, but Elmer Bischoff came to teach, and he became one of my important mentors. I still live by most of what he told the students, including me, to find your quirkiest aspect of your work and stick with that and make it strong. That technique, for the sake of technique, is meaningless. Surprise yourself and work intuitively, and then step back and make decisions. That's how I was taught, and that's still how I make my art.
You've been my teacher, and that is the way you teach.
A wonderful teacher that I had for a semester in grad school at Cal was David Hockney, and he was teaching a seminar. It was when he first came to LA, and he would come up to teach this with his blonde hair and his red linen suits and his big glasses.
So jealous, very jealous.
But he said, find your mentors in art, find the artists from the past. And he said, look everywhere. Don't just look for people whose art look like yours. Look around and see who you can find that you connect with, or who you hate. And that will be a good person for you to look at really hard. And after that, pretty soon I got married. And pretty soon after that, I had a daughter. And I was very busy teaching, making art, being a mother, and being a wife. I had no time to participate in all the things that were going on in LA and Fresno. I was busy trying to do it all. I was pretty isolated, and I couldn't go out with my colleagues after work. I really was just running, and it was very lonely.
What kept you going?
Making art.
How did you begin to make films?
My son was not interested in being toilet trained, and someone sent me a book called How to Toilet Train Your Child in Less Than a Day, the Behavior Modification System. And I thought it was very militaristic. So I thought I would make a film, a training film. And I made friends with a sailor in San Diego on the phone, and he sent me training films. And I set up a projector in my drawing class, and we all watched training films. And I had my neighbor who was toilet trained so she wouldn't be traumatized, and a nurse to play her mother, and we were in the kitchen all set up. And for 3 weekends, I shot in my kitchen. But the thing was, I didn't know how to make a film. So I didn't know any of the rules. There were jump cuts and flash frames and all these things that I wish I could ever do again. But when you don't know, you're free to do it. And I realized that the weight of all I had learned in art school, mainly about white male artists, was weighing my brush down and stopping me from the freedom that I needed to find. But since I didn't know what I was doing, I just made this film.
And I've seen that film, and it is hysterical.
I have a cottage on the Russian River, but I still have a studio in Oakland. So I go back and forth. It's very peaceful there. And especially with COVID-19, everything is slowed way down, and it's simpler. So it's kind of like an artist residency for me.
What is your deepest interest at the moment now?
Well, I'm going to have a show in an artist-run gallery called Mercury 20 in Oakland. This show is called Surreality, which is, I feel like, where we are. And most of the work was made during the time I was up at the river. There's one series called Graphing an Uncertain Future, where I was obsessively making X's and O's on graph paper, which I guess is sort of like John Lennon, it's important time for love.
Mm-hmm.
And the other series is called Smoke Screens. It's images that have developed from shooting photography through a screen window. And those are kind of a metaphor for the news that we've been getting, the way we're screened off from everything, the smoke that's from the fires that have ravaged so much of Northern California and Southern California. So all those things I was thinking about in making these pieces, which are on metal. I think it's a great time to be an artist. I think everybody can make art, everybody can take photographs, everybody can edit video, and I think it helps all boats rise.